Hello everyone. Welcome to Avoidant Heart. I'm a practicing therapist and a doctoral psychology student, and much of my work focuses on people with avoidant attachment patterns. Today, I want to talk about some of the quiet, often misunderstood ways avoidant people show love. These behaviors are not necessarily meant to be hidden. In fact, avoidant individuals may not even realize that some of the things they do are expressions of love. But their partners often miss these signals because love is not always being communicated in a way they recognize. Understanding these patterns can help you see whether love is present but expressed differently, and ultimately help you decide whether the relationship is truly right for you. I work with both dismissive and fearful avoidant individuals, and I'll mention when something tends to appear more strongly in one style than the other. One important thing to remember is that many fearful avoidants I work with lean heavily toward the dismissive side. So some of these behaviors may not apply in exactly the same way to someone who leans more anxious. One of the first and most common ways, especially for dismissive avoidance, is through teaching, helping, and guiding you. Avoidant people often communicate love indirectly because direct emotional expression can feel risky. Saying exactly how much they care may expose them to rejection or awaken old emotional wounds. But that does not mean the love isn't there. Sometimes they simply need a safer way to express it. Sharing knowledge can become that safe path. They may teach you something they've learned, give you advice, share useful information, or encourage your growth. Often their actions say what their emotions struggle to say out loud. Imagine a dismissive avoidant who has recently been working on improving their health and losing weight. Their partner is having difficulty reaching a similar goal and mentions their struggle. The avoidant person may casually explain what has worked for them, then suddenly become enthusiastic about everything they've researched or learned. Maybe they share techniques, studies, or personal experiences. On the surface, it may sound like simple advice, but underneath it can mean, I care about you, I want to help you, I want to share something valuable with you because your happiness matters to me. Sometimes they will even teach you about something you don't particularly care about. Maybe they love playing pool and start explaining strategies, body positioning, different shots, or the differences between games like 8-ball and 9-ball. If they begin sharing what they love and why it fascinates them, pay attention. They are allowing you into a part of their inner world. For an avoidant person, that can be surprisingly intimate. They may feel close to you when you listen with interest because it gives them a sense of being seen and appreciated, and it feels safer than direct emotional vulnerability. Teaching you something doesn't carry the same immediate risk as saying, I love you deeply, or reaching for affection and worrying about being pushed away. They can offer you small pieces of themselves without feeling completely exposed. This is one reason dismissive avoidance in particular may express love through guidance and shared knowledge. Another subtle sign is affection that appears mostly in private. Both fearful and dismissive avoidance can do this, although it is often more noticeable with fearful avoidance. They may seem reserved in public, but become much more tender, affectionate, appreciative, or physically close when no one else is around. Public displays of affection can make them uncomfortable for several reasons. They may feel embarrassed, worry about being judged, or simply dislike feeling exposed or vulnerable in front of other people. Fearful avoidance may show a stronger contrast, very loving behind closed doors, but noticeably distant in public. This can leave their partner wondering, are they ashamed of me? Are they trying to hide me? But often that isn't what is happening. Part of their fear may be the possibility of rejection being witnessed by others. If they hug or kiss you publicly and you pull away, that experience can feel much more painful because other people saw it. A private rejection can sometimes be buried or minimized in their mind. A public one can feel impossible to ignore. Avoidant individuals are often deeply guarded. Both fearful and dismissive types can be extremely uncomfortable with feeling foolish, inadequate, or rejected. A fearful avoidant may interpret rejection as proof that they are unlovable. A dismissive avoidant might question themselves and think, "I'm terrible at relationships. What am I doing?" So they try to protect themselves from situations that might trigger those fears, while still finding ways to experience closeness.
That is why private affection can be such a meaningful sign. They still want connection. They still want to give and receive love. They simply feel safer doing it where they are less exposed. For someone dating an avoidant, these quieter signs can be easy to overlook because their idea of love may look very different. And that's understandable. Everyone has needs and expectations. But if you genuinely want to understand the relationship and see where it can go, recognizing how your partner naturally expresses care can make a significant difference. Another important way avoidant individuals may show love is by respecting your boundaries and your independence. Many people don't immediately recognize this as affection, but for an avoidant person, autonomy is often deeply valuable. Personal space and respect for boundaries are things they need and appreciate themselves. And sometimes, one of the ways they show love is by giving you the very freedom and respect they value so highly. In other words, they may be offering you something meaningful to them because they want you to have it too. Think about how people often express love through what they personally value. Someone who loves giving gifts may show affection by constantly bringing thoughtful things to the people they care about. In much the same way, an avoidant person may show love by respecting your individuality, your choices, your space, and your right to be your own person. I see this dynamic often in my work with individuals and couples. Imagine a relationship where one partner has an anxious, preoccupied attachment style and the other is avoidant. For this example, let's say the anxious partner is a woman and the avoidant partner is a man, although, of course, attachment styles are not limited to any particular gender. Maybe she really enjoys compliments. She gives them freely and often tells her partner what she appreciates about him. But he may not respond in the same way. A dismissive avoidant, for example, may not place as much emotional value on verbal praise, so compliments may simply not mean to him what they mean to her. But think about why she gives those compliments in the first place. She gives them because she loves him and wants him to experience the warmth and appreciation that she herself values. In a similar way, an avoidant partner may show love by giving you freedom, respecting your boundaries, and allowing you to remain independent. Those things may be deeply meaningful to them, so offering them to you can be their way of saying, "I care about you."
There is something genuinely meaningful about that. Many avoidant individuals value independence and don't naturally want to control the people they love. Some avoidants can struggle with controlling behaviors, and that's a separate topic. But generally speaking, respecting your autonomy can be an important expression of love. They may be loving you in the way that feels most natural and meaningful to them. Think about it this way. If you give someone a thoughtful gift or regularly compliment a long-term romantic partner, chances are you're doing it because you care deeply about them. The same principle can apply when an avoidant person consistently respects your space and individuality. This tends to be more common with dismissive avoidance, but fearful avoidance can show love this way too.
Another quiet sign of love is simply listening to you and being fully present. This is often especially common with fearful avoidance. Even when they don't have much to say, they may sit with you, listen carefully, and give you their attention. They aren't constantly distracted or focused on their phone because, in that moment, being with you matters. Avoidant individuals often appreciate being listened to themselves, particularly fearful avoidants who may be sensitive to interruption or feeling unheard.
so sometimes they offer you the same experience. Other times, a fearful avoidant may simply become absorbed in the conversation. They may not know exactly what to say, but that doesn't mean they aren't enjoying the connection. Sometimes just sitting beside someone, feeling calm, and sharing a peaceful moment can create a strong sense of safety and closeness.
Dismissive avoidance can be a little different. When they begin to feel safe and fall deeply for someone, they may unexpectedly become very talkative. Sometimes they can take over a conversation or speak over their partner without realizing it. Ironically, this can also be a sign of comfort and emotional connection. Of course, if it becomes frustrating, it's still worth gently addressing. Many dismissive avoidants may not recognize they're doing it, partly because close emotional connection and certain social dynamics haven't always come naturally to them. Another powerful way avoidant people may express love is through protectiveness. This can appear in both fearful and dismissive avoidance. They may pay close attention to your safety and well-being, often in practical rather than highly emotional ways. Maybe you're walking together and they naturally want you farther away from traffic. Perhaps they open a door for you, remind you to drink water before exercising, or worry when you're getting sick. These small actions can communicate, "Your well-being matters to me." Sometimes protectiveness can be misunderstood. An avoidant partner might tell you to bring a jacket or express concern about something you're wearing or doing. That doesn't automatically mean they're trying to control you. Sometimes the underlying feeling is simply concern that something unpleasant could happen to you. Before assuming the worst, it can help to pause and ask what their intention actually is. Are they trying to restrict you, or are they genuinely worried about your safety? The healthiest approach is often to talk about it openly. Another common expression of love is acts of service rather than dramatic romantic displays. Avoidant individuals may find it much easier to demonstrate care by doing something useful. They may fix something around your home, help solve a practical problem, take care of a task without being asked, or quietly make your life a little easier. For example, imagine a fearful avoidant woman whose anxious, preoccupied partner often skips meals because of work. She might prepare quick snacks, keep cereal bars available, or leave food in his car so he has something easy to eat. He may never have asked her to do it. She simply does it because caring for his practical needs makes her feel like her love is reaching him. The same thing might look like arranging an oil change, helping with a car, picking you up after surgery, or taking responsibility for something when you need support. These actions may feel more comfortable than emotional speeches or grand declarations. Practical care is often a language they understand. You may also notice similar patterns in how avoidant individuals relate to their families. Some learned early in life that emotional expression wasn't encouraged, while being useful was valued. As adults, they may show love to parents or siblings by helping financially, doing errands, fixing things, or giving their time. Sometimes these patterns can create boundary issues in long-term relationships, especially when family obligations become overwhelming, and those situations are worth discussing. But understanding the intention behind the behavior can help you see why they do it. Finally, consistency and reliability can be one of the strongest signs that an avoidant person truly cares about you. When they love someone and feel secure enough to invest, they can be remarkably dependable. They show up, follow through, and try to be honest about what they can realistically give. They may not promise something they aren't prepared to do, but when they commit to something, they often take that commitment seriously. Consistency might appear in simple ways, such as regularly responding to you, making time for you, or doing what they said they would do. For example, some dismissive avoidants respond quickly to the people who truly matter to them because they don't spread their emotional attention across a large number of relationships. If you are one of the people they genuinely value,
you may notice that they consistently make space for you. Of course, not every avoidant person has the same texting habits, but reliability can show itself in many different ways.
The important thing is to look beyond one single gesture and pay attention to the overall pattern. When an avoidant person repeatedly chooses to show up, keeps their word, respects your individuality, and quietly makes room for you in their life, those actions can speak more loudly than words. Avoidant love isn't always obvious or traditionally romantic, but when you understand the language they're speaking, you may begin to recognize just how much they are trying to show you. As a relationship with an avoidant person becomes more established, you may also begin to notice something important. They become increasingly dependable. Early in a relationship, plans may occasionally change, especially while trust and comfort are still developing. But once the relationship has had time to grow, many avoidant individuals become very consistent about showing up. They don't casually cancel plans because they want you to feel secure with them. Being someone you can count on can become one of the ways they communicate. I'm here, and you can trust me. Closely connected to this is loyalty. Loyalty is something many avoidant individuals, especially dismissive avoidants, value deeply. Despite the assumption that avoidant people cannot form lasting attachments, many are capable of a steady, secure, and deeply committed kind of love. When they genuinely choose someone, they may demonstrate that love by staying committed and standing beside their partner through time. A lot of people are surprised by this, but loyalty can come very naturally to an avoidant person. If your partner consistently struggles with loyalty, that doesn't automatically mean attachment style is the explanation, and it's worth having an honest conversation about the relationship. But in general, many avoidant individuals don't experience loyalty as something they constantly have to fight for. Once they have truly chosen a relationship, commitment can simply become part of how they love. Another meaningful sign is their willingness to give up some of their own comfort for you. This may not always sound romantic, but it is often exactly how avoidant people experience love. Both fearful and dismissive avoidants can make quiet sacrifices for the people they care about. They might give up time they had planned for themselves and choose to invest it in you or the relationship instead. They may not openly ask for recognition, and sometimes they don't even expect you to notice. But recognizing these sacrifices can make them feel deeply appreciated. The reason they do it is not necessarily because it's easy. Sometimes they would genuinely prefer to stay in their comfort zone. But making you happy and helping the relationship feel secure becomes more important to them than having things entirely their own way. For example, many dismissive avoidants, and fearful avoidants too, though often in different ways, need time to decompress at the end of the day. A dismissive avoidant may especially value quiet time before sleep, while some fearful avoidants may actually find comfort in talking before bed. But imagine that your partner has had a difficult day and you are feeling upset about something. Your avoidant partner may have been looking forward to unwinding alone, yet they recognize that you need connection. So they call you and say, "Let's talk about it." That choice matters. They are setting aside their immediate comfort because being there for you feels more important. Allowing them to make that choice can also be important because caring for you in this way can bring them a genuine sense of fulfillment. Another sign tends to develop later, once trust has become deeply established. When avoidant individuals truly trust that you will respect their boundaries, they can become much more responsive to your needs and requests. You might notice that they seem distant one day and gently ask whether something is bothering them. Instead of shutting down, they may tell you they had a stressful day at work. Or perhaps you don't even directly ask for affection, but they sense that you need reassurance. They may naturally move closer, kiss you, hug you, or place a hand on you. These gestures don't have to be dramatic to be meaningful. In their own way, they may be communicating,
I'm still here. I'm committed to this. My mind may be occupied by stress right now, but I don't want that stress to take away from our connection. This isn't necessarily resentment or obligation. Once an avoidant person feels safe with you, many genuinely want to respond to what you need because they trust that their boundaries will also be respected. This can be seen in both fearful and dismissive avoidance, especially when the relationship has reached a deeper level of trust. Another powerful sign, particularly common with fearful avoidance, is becoming comfortable enough to express negative emotions without completely pushing you away. This deserves some explanation because it can be easy to misunderstand.
Avoidant individuals can sometimes experience strong emotional shifts. Their mood may be affected by stress, frustration, family problems, or situations that have absolutely nothing to do with their partner. Often, their instinct is to retreat and manage those feelings alone. But when they begin to feel safe with you, something different can happen. They may allow you to remain close, even while they are having a difficult emotional day. Imagine a fearful avoidant who has just had an upsetting conversation with a parent and also experienced a stressful day at work. By the time you arrive for your planned movie night, they are irritated and emotionally drained. They might tell you, "I'm in a bad mood today, but it's not about you." Yet they still welcome you in. They may kiss you, bring you snacks, sit beside you, or rest their head on your shoulder while you watch something together. Their mood isn't perfect, but they aren't cutting you off from their world either. The affection is still there. That can be a very meaningful sign. They are learning that they can have difficult emotions and still remain connected. They don't have to disappear every time life becomes overwhelming. They are allowing you to see a less comfortable side of them without believing they need to end the connection. This is often a sign of comfort, trust, and a genuine desire to make the relationship work. Emotionally secure people can usually hold both things at once. They can have a bad day and still stay connected to someone they love. When an avoidant person begins developing that ability with you, it can represent real emotional progress and closeness. And finally, one of the most significant signs, especially for fearful avoidance, is when they can simply relax with you. Maybe they lie beside you, rest against you, watch television quietly, or spend time together without feeling pressure to constantly talk. Sometimes there isn't even a television on. You may simply be lying in bed together, sharing silence, and they are genuinely enjoying the moment. Fearful avoidants often cope with emotional stress differently from dismissive avoidance. While dismissive avoidance may turn more toward activities, distractions, hobbies, or staying mentally occupied, fearful avoidance may sometimes need peaceful, quiet moments to sit with themselves and process what they feel. When they invite you into that quiet space, it can be incredibly meaningful. You are no longer someone they feel they need to escape from in order to regulate themselves. Instead, you become part of the environment where they feel safe enough to regulate. You become part of their comfort. Dismissive avoidance can experience this too, although it may look slightly different. They might relax beside you with the television playing, scroll through their phone, talk quietly about random thoughts, or slowly drift off to sleep while you're nearby. The important part isn't exactly what they're doing. It's the fact that your presence feels peaceful rather than demanding.
For an avoidant person, being able to share silence with someone can be a profound form of intimacy. It means they don't feel pressured to perform, entertain, explain themselves, or protect every part of their inner world. They can simply exist beside you and feel safe. And sometimes that quiet comfort says more than 100 romantic words ever could. I hope this helped you better understand some of the subtle ways avoidant individuals may express love. Their love doesn't always look obvious, dramatic, or traditional, but that doesn't automatically mean it isn't real. Pay attention to their patterns, their consistency, their effort, and the quiet ways they choose to let you into their world. If this resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who may need to hear it. And I'll see you in the next video here on Avoidant Heart.